Enhancing European coordination for national research programs in the area of security at major events, the House, is a project for the coordination of major events security research in Europe, involving a consortium of 24 EU member states, Europol and CEPOL. The House is funded by the European Commission and coordinated by the United Nations Interregional Crime and Justice Research Institute.
The approach and philosophy of the House is that major events constitute windows of opportunity for the introduction of new security standards, for the introduction of new systems and practices for policing, to set up a common European security standard. One key reason for this is that major events are accompanied by an increased investment of resources, financial and human resources, physical infrastructure, which are all necessary for the improvement of security planning practices. The House objective is to optimize coordination in the use of such resources in order to improve the European security standard and, above all, have an impact on the overall general policing.
Accordingly, the twin aims are to coordinate security planning for major events and to advance a common policing approach in Europe. This effort is backed up by 8 years of common research in the predecessor projects, EUSEC, which had a consortium of 10 European Union member states, and EUSEC II, which involved 22 EU member states. Within EUSEC II, a number of standards and services to enhance major event security were defined and elaborated. The IPO security planning model, guidelines for public-private partnerships, PPP, media management guidelines, ethical and operational standards for security products, a specialist technical equipment pool, STEP, a European Major Events Register, EMER, training curricula for major event security. The House project, now composed of 24 EU member states, both developed and tested these services at 8 associated major events, assessing their potential for progressing EU policy through major event security planning. One of the test events of the House is the Presidency of the Council of the European Union in Lithuania. The Presidency provides one of the largest security challenges to the police of any EU member state. It is a huge security operation, lasting 6 months and involving years of planning. By involving European security planners in the definition and application of common standards, the House facilitates the transfer of knowledge, lessons learned, and other important information between member states to optimize the time and financial resources devoted to the planning process. Lithuania joined the House project in 2012.
Being new in the project, it's benefited Lithuania and officers involved in planning of major events very much because we had new contacts with other countries who already participating in a project. The House project gave us opportunity to see network of security planners, and we had possibility to discuss all issues related to security.
In advance of the presidency in Lithuania, the House held a training workshop and presented its methodologies to the Lithuanian police involved in major events. The workshop included project participants from Denmark and Cyprus, who both held the presidency in 2012, and Ireland and Greece, whose presidencies in the first half of 2013 and 2014 respectively bookend the Lithuanian presidency.
We introduced to our police officers IPO planning model. We translated it and introduced to all police officers who are involved in this planning. It helped to our police officers to understand and to implement this model in our police activities.
The participation in the projects like the House project is very valuable and useful for the organizations. Lithuania is a strong supporter of delivering Europe that protects, which is one of the most important aspects of the Stockholm program.
The Stockholm program sets out the European Union's priorities for the area of justice, freedom and security for for the period 2010 until 2014. A Europe of rights, a Europe of justice, a Europe that protects, access to Europe, a Europe of solidarity, Europe in a globalized world. The priority, a Europe that protects, proposes the development of an internal security strategy aimed at strengthening cooperation in law enforcement. It is this priority that is particularly focused on by the House, which aims to provide coordination assistance towards a common security planning and policing approach.
We also see how our colleagues from the police department cooperate with the colleagues in European countries. I'm really sure that cooperation in the House project really serves to the building of the long-lasting networks of the security planners across Europe.
This consortium of the House, which is comprised of 24 European Union member states, has decided that the way forward should involve the development of a comprehensive, interactive, web-based security planning model which incorporates all the methodologies of the House. Looking forward to meeting the future, the Consortium will attempt to ensure that its pattern of expansion continues beyond the current 24 European Union member states. We will also work to consolidate the position of the House as a comprehensive European security planning framework for major event security.
With support of UNICLI and the House project, we can do much more than we did before.